Welcome back to Frost Education, this is Ed. Today we're talking about SOS once more, giving you an update to the latest news, price estimate, technical analysis, and institutional buyers. So let's jump right into this one. So SOS Cloud. This one here has been quite a while since I made my last video. It's in the description below nonetheless. I believe it was a couple of weeks ago. But we do have a little bit of recent news towards this one, including the receipt of the third batch of the crypto mining rigs and the first quarter mining results. So let's start with this one here quickly. So they announced that the third batch of 5,464 cryptocurrency mining rigs has been received. Immediately upon delivery of the mining rigs, the SOS team kicked off the inspections, configurations, and installations, and once this batch of mining rigs go live, the company expects the pool of rigs to be able to generate 177 petahash per second for mining Bitcoin, 356 gigahash for mining Ethereum, and if the machines operate as expected, the long-term return on investment is projected to be promising. These hash rates are subject to numerous factors, including downtime for maintenance, reconfiguration, and other variable factors that may materially impact computing performance in the future. The company confirms that the mining operations of Q1 2021 have generated 42 Bitcoins and 916 Ethereum. This is a partial quarter of operation. The CFO here elaborated that these mining results reflect the first quarter of operations in the number of Bitcoin and Ethereums are higher than what we originally anticipated. We expect our output to grow in the future quarter as we complete the installations of our third batch mining rigs and have fully quarters of operation. Now, I'm not gonna move forward here, but let's just do a little bit of math. How much does that 42 Bitcoin and 916 Ethereum translate to? So the combinations are there, 2.3 and 2 million. You're looking into somewhere around $4.4 million. Double that to, let's say, double and round up to $10 million to adjust for the extra rigs they have installed, the timings and everything. $10 million, so you're adding to that. Now, current revenues, they're a little bit sketchy in that sense, is that we don't have the latest quarter, at least here on Yahoo. What we see is that, well, that does add a little bit of revenue, adds it perhaps to maybe $60 million, but I'm not sure if it's going to get them to net positive. Even though their net income is negative 10 million, there's still costs of operations run to these mining rigs, acquisitions, etc. But their current summary here, you're looking into $780 million in terms of the net worth, and $20 million in terms of revenue, or even $10 million is not going to put much of a dent on there, but it's a good step forward. Now, there's a reason why I'm saying that, is that the SOS Limited enters into a non-bidding letter of intent to acquire the majority equity interest of 3 US-based power plants aiming to expand its cryptocurrency mining operations into North America. And what you see here is the pursuant of the letter of intent to acquire more than 51% of the membership interest of Sherman Developments, Niagara Developments, and Park Falls Management. The Sherman Developments LLC is a recycling power plant in ME and has claimed capacity of 24 megawatts. Niagara Developments is a hydro plant in Niagara. WI has claimed capacity of 9 megawatts, and Park Falls Management LLC natural gas power plant in Park Falls it has claimed or is claiming 20 megawatt of power. Now, as the transaction proceeds, the company will publicly disclose additional information through the press of SEC filing. Now, this only shows one thing. They're interested to move towards North America for cryptocurrency, for crypto mining. Now, a quick thing that I'm just not getting here and might not be getting the full picture, so if you have any idea about that, comment it down below. Why are they interested to do crypto mining in the US or North America? The electricity costs more. Basically, the minimum cost costs more as well, like the minimum income. And it doesn't make sense, right? Usually you would have it in China, it's cheaper, it runs cheaper. The electricity taps onto the grid cheaper. There's no environmental costs really that I'm aware of. So that might be a little bit escaping me, so mention it down in the comments below. And if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to scroll down below, click that like, click that subscribe button somewhere down here, and then click more join our Discord account, which is totally free. There's no commitments, and I'll show you a little bit about the Discord later, and I'll talk about it there. But let's go back towards institutional buyers here and SEC filings. So in the SEC filing, we get to know the $125 million net proceeds that was mentioned back in March 29th. That was one of the latest SEC filings. Is raising the money, raising public offerings, etc. Main reason how they pay, or the main way how they pay for all that stuff. Now, moving on, what we get to see here is that the total cost as well, the net proceeds is around $116 million out of the $125 million. And then we move on towards institutional buyers, and we see that institutional buyers are a little bit mixed. Like, these guys took a position, but they also hedged their own position by a call and a put. And you get to see as well, Value Financial Advisors added only 30 shares and added calls, which I'm not sure why the 30 shares. It seems like nothing really. But anyway, it looks like it's a little bit mixed. So some leaving, some adding. So that's kind of the perspective that we have. Now, in terms of kind of the forecast that we're getting, like from CNN, you're looking into a $20 price target by forecast by one of the analysts. I'm not sure what they're on, but $20 is way further than we are right now. And so they don't give you much details. They give you one hold with a price target of $20. So that's quite insane. But you know what? We'll take it. We get to see it has quite an extensive red day this week, or red days after red day this week. So quite interesting, and let's move on towards technical analysis. So what we get to see here on technical analysis, and keep in mind the market has been a little bit hard hit, so it might be sliding already. But what we see here is that it was attempting a negative reversal sometime on the 13th or the 12th, and it got slammed back. The MACD is going back negative. It's looking a little bit interesting. The willing % is highly oversold, but the momentum is creeping up towards the 0 level. And it's bullish. It starts to get bullish between the 554 and the 491, and fully bullish above the 644 if it can clinch through that. Now, it does look like it doesn't have much momentum. It's going a little bit weaker. It's sliding downwards. Even with the highest volumes on the 7th, it's still sliding backwards down towards the $4 levels, and the moving averages aren't really looking that strong. Now, the current stochastic fast and stochastic slow are both sliding downwards, which might be a little bit interesting, and we need to look into where the next support is. So going all the way for the 1588, which is quite a hike from where we're at, and all the way down to the 121 level. And what we get to see here is that the current support, or the previous support, is now the current resistance at the 467. Below there, it's 122. Other resistances other than the 467 on the Fibonacci retracements are 682, 854, 1027, 1274, and 1587. Now, current price line action, what we see here is a significant support at the 397. Below there, 350. Below there, you're looking at 306, 240, and 193. Significant resistances now are 449, and then going upwards to 484, and then upwards to 510, and then 561, and then moving upwards to 625, 688, and then jumping a little bit upwards to 735, 815, and then upwards to 864, 970, 1186. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Well, SOS is not only a company for just cryptocurrency mining. I know there's been allegations around it before, but we'll brush that off, and we're going to consider them that they're actually being 100% truthful. There's no deception going on around there. And the question comes in is it actually worth the US mining, the North American mining? I don't think so. I think Chinese mining, cryptocurrency mining, might actually be a bit more profitable. Because of the minimum costs relating to minimum payment or minimum income, etc. But nonetheless, it does show a little bit of promising results if they continue keeping it on. The first quarter costs will be very essential to understand how further they are in terms of the income. Are they actually running more power costs than Bitcoin mining costs? And we need to know the return of capital, return of investment, is it worth it or not? So it's a little bit harder to talk about it right now, but it does look like the chart is showing more of a pullback stage rather than a big bounce coming up. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. Have a wonderful day.
Now, if you made it this far into the video, I do recommend that you go ahead and join our Discord server. There's a lot of amazing folks in here. We do a lot of discussions here into the trading floor throughout the day. A lot of people are in there, and we do ask questions. You can ask me any question you would like on there. We do post research and DDs, and we hold weekly chat sessions. And we also do have a lounge in there. So make sure to actually join that and join the fun there. Have a wonderful day and a good one.